I just want to do a quick one. I already checked everything out. I already paid for everything.
Well, the gate is locked.
Paid for that. For him to find out he got busted in the back of his head and broke his neck. I don't know. I don't even know. I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to say nothing. I don't know. I was gonna say like lynching. I don't want to say nothing else. Let's leave. Let's see what they're talking about out here. Is my mom waiting for me out here? Does she know I want to hold her? Oh, I forgot. Attend the conference. Okay, see, look, I did. I did look for the clues. Come on, see? I thought they was gonna give me the big old fail thing, like, oh, you failed. You didn't look for it. Wait, time out though. So I got the sword for nothing? Oh, are you serious? Dang. So I put that sword in there for nothing, basically. Dang, man. I'm hoping one of these doors is the conference room. I think so. Where's that taking me? I was here and it's gonna take me inside. It's gonna take me here? Oh yeah, it's gonna take me here. Yeah, cause I'm here and I went this way. Yeah. Finally. Let's go in here. Wait. Where's the conference room now? Dining hall. Conference room not down here nowhere. It's here. What? It's here. Yeah, it's here.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
I'm about to say.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
So how do I get there? Little bro. Is it that one? Oh yeah, it is that one room. Okay, so that shit went back the other way. Man, don't let me get there too late or something like that. Oh yeah, nah, it's here because he was standing here before. Ready.
Respect to any other leading characteristic.
Totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it.
And Emma, I can't believe it. I'm just catching on to that. I've been dealing with both of them. I don't even know which one was which now. I really don't. This game caught that from, they got that from that. Man, I'm going to shit to my man Pierre. I ain't gonna lie. He my favorite character in the game.
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him.
What's going on between them two? Yeah.
I sense that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back. What is going on between
I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then,
You would do so.
without even realizing it, I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now.
Damn.
You still have a choice. Don't respond to his call, sir. Make haste, de Richet. Mortimer's waiting for you.
He always seemed like the perfect person that would do something to get back at somebody.
A fragment of amber.
He low-key seemed like the person that really would hold you down, but he also seemed like the school shooter too. No pun intended. That was Thorn? Oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, don't let me leave. Don't give me option to leave. Just got here.
Allowing the case, however, to stand.
Oh, look at all this stuff over here. Cool, that's just what I need to tell you. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to walk too close to him. It's not ready to go yet. Come like water, that's what I'm talking about.
But with respect to any other,
Go there and look, sir.
I do not imagine that much has been unfolded.
I am astonished, my dear.
No, they must hope to.
Okay, so this is a place to relax and chill. So I can talk to him.
But with respect to any other leading characteristic, I do not imagine.
We talk to them first.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to
No, I
begin
took the
our
wrong
conference.
one.
Let me
Yeah,
explain
I'm meant to talk
what
to
is at
everybody
stake.
else.
Thank you kindly. But what do you expect of me
I thought this was
exactly?
Warner.
My mother's the one
Damn.
who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was
I meant to
initially
talk to the other
intended.
conversation.
Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it
Why are you
would be
talking like
truly
that?
beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence.
What?
What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important
He
that
just
the
needs somebody to
French
fill
order
in
gets
besides
their
his
say.
mother.
And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well. Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, gatherings.
Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim
No,
of these
sure.
meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
Random hazards. I don't think there's no such thing as a
In
random hazard.
concrete terms, how do you organize your
that's-
discussions?
A conference is always organized
That's
the
not
same
man-made.
way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working.
Can take years.
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution.
Hold up. That was one to the right. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I definitely use this.
It was decided right here 2
Well,
years
competition.
before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Louis, let me keep you a moment.
Uh-oh. Confrontation.
I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going
What?
to need your assistance. You see,
What?
the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
But how does that concern me?
Well, you see, I prepared this project with your mother.
There
we
we
began
go.
thinking
She
about a
didn't want
crazy
to. I
idea.
knew it. I knew it.
Unfortunately, Sarah went missing before getting the bigger picture. I don't intend to stop at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Except for Spanish. Wow. Where does his project extend? How far does his project go? I still don't see what I've got to do with it. Oh. I ain't gonna lie. Where does his project extend? Yeah, I don't see what I gotta do with it. Because this is clear. This is clear. He really wants somebody who's just gonna go with it and get it done. My mother was clearly not with it. Like, she's not with the colonizing, I guess, basically. 'Cause he just made it seem like, oh, it's just we gonna know. How you gonna take some land from a whole group of people? He just casually said this to the Spanish. These two are not important. They should have picked two better ones. How far does his project go? Where does his project extend? I would ask that, but I really want to know this. I really don't want him to think I'm with him. Because he gave me a lot of information just now, but that didn't have nothing to do with me.
I understand, but what do you expect of me?
I want the Order's support. I'm going to need allies to carry forth my project, in France as well as in all the countries where the Order operates. The concept of royalty is from bygone times. It is time to lead the way to democracy. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts. My friends, I propose we get started.
I wasn't feeling that too much, really.
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss
This shows
the
how they
face
just
of
need people
tomorrow's
to do a
world.
role.
Even though there may be
A role.
certain
So I
tensions
still don't even know
between
how
our
I even
nations,
got here.
I must ask you to keep an open mind.
And who am
As
I?
Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will
Why
represent
they
the
keep
Golden
saying
Order
that?
and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I
de
hope
Richet.
he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of
That
divine
is the
blood,
one
for
I think
goodness
is
sake.
tricky.
It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Thank them for their walk and put God in his place. Give a nod without saying anything. It seems obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to provide,
I'm sorry about the fate of the King of France, Duke Manuel.
Yeah, bro, he can't be
However,
talking to me, bro.
I'm surprised at your remark. How can a man like me have changed the course of things where a man like you, powerful, capable
Facts.
of influencing international politics, was
Facts.
unable to do any better?
Perhaps
Get your ass
we
out of
may
here.
begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer. But I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming
Nice.
to it, Mr. President.
confusing everybody.
I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself
Why they
clear?
making him seem
What
so
did I
angry?
tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians,
We
but...
shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not a question.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Senor,
Oh,
I
like
would not
this
like
game.
to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
No.
It obviously doesn't stop you from sleeping at night.
Not in the least. Do not imagine I have anything against the American Indians or the blacks. That is not the question. But business is business. It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
And it might as well be the likes of you who rule. Is that right?
But of course.
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits, too.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Protect them from the Americans.
We are neighbors, Duke Manuel. Remember, your main rival in Europe is more likely to be England, who is plowing the seas right up your coastline. Hand over Louisiana to France and make her a prime ally.
Come, Louis. Spain and Great Britain are already allies and have nothing to gain by breaking their alliance.
Even if I do agree, Duchess, the omnipresence of the English fleet in Atlantic waters does not particularly please me.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like Washington isn't aware of Mortimer's plan?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the
Not even
Holy
just
See
that.
would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir
Dang,
Gregory.
I should have said. I know I should have said they wasn't gonna want to see him. He's upset with me.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory.
Damn.
It looks like I won't be just making friends here.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
What?
I assure you, Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Duchess, I am persuaded that
So he
we
fight
shall
both
find
sides.
a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Holm, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare you!
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified.
I like that
Those
voice
who are
actor thing.
opposed to this project, follow me.
Damn.
Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Oh.
As for me, I think I shall remain with Lord Mortimer, Sir Gregory.
You are committing a grave error, Louis.
Time will tell.
I do feel good about going with him though. Hold on, they have enough for 30 minutes? I want to keep playing, but I don't want to make the stream and the video mad long.
My friends, I would like to thank you for staying.
Good God, William. What is this I hear about you reinforcing military power in Louisiana? I have no interest in having France for a neighbor, and you know that very well.
Calm down, George.
That's what I thought.
Explain our plan to Mr. Washington, please.
I'm not sure I really understand it. The United States is going to expand, it seems like.
You see, Mr. President, Lord Mortimer anticipates that once France obtains Louisiana, they will cede it to you.
What do you mean? To us? The United States?
You heard right.
But
President Washington, the United States will double in size.
by what miracle have you...
You need to expand, George. You and France are the two major democracies in the modern world. It is necessary that you both become superpowers.
Are you really going to sponsor democracy throughout the world?
Of course, Monsieur Peru. That's why I don't want Spain to get too attached to those wetlands. Please continue, Louis. Explain my vision to Mr. President.
What? Why I gotta do it? Logic. Frankly, I didn't grasp anything. I really didn't. That was really it.
Between you and me, Lord Mortimer, I'd rather let you explain.
That's why you need to expand, George. And I don't just mean Louisiana. That's just the first step. You will soon take over the Europe or elsewhere.
But why didn't you tell me before?
For more spontaneity to keep one step ahead. This is
So that Lord Mortimer would appear to be isolated without support.
Exactly. You got it, Louis.
Lord Mortimer retains the advantage by advancing undercover. And for it to work, he needed you to act surprised.
William, you haven't changed. Always one step ahead.
1 step ahead? You're joking. More like 5.
On that note, my friends, it's getting late. Mr. President, continue to take offense over my project when we resume the conference in the morning. You do it to a T. And if Sir Gregory has the audacity to send you an emissary to convince you to go against me, do me a favor. String him along if you can. The more they believe we are divided, the more we'll have our hands free.
Only too happy to oblige.
Now, let us get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Louis, if you have a minute, I would like to ask a favor of you. I'm going to require your services.
How can I be of help? Tell me all about it.
Our adversaries are many, and the closing vote of the conference will soon be upon us. Time is of an essence, so I'll need you to assist me this evening.
How can I help?
Oh, if his bird was
I
dead,
need
I
you to
wonder
go
what would have happened.
this very evening to persuade Senor Godoy to join us. He is the backbone of Gregory's resistance. Turn him round, and all the others will follow in such a stampede that Gregory will be able to do nothing but admit defeat.
Lord Mortimer, with all due respect, don't you think I'm the last person Godoy wants to talk to?
I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
Lord Mortimer, you're not telling me everything.
Let's say I wouldn't disapprove if the Right Honorable, though nonetheless choleric, Duke Manuel put you in his bad books. If it could motivate him to declare war on France, it would greatly serve our interests.
War? What do you
We
mean?
were just doing
I
this
told you
dude
before the
whole
conference,
secret.
the more we
talking about
distract
something we
Spain
ain't
from
telling
the
the truth.
Americas,
He know where we've
the
been.
less it will have an eye on Louisiana.
He got cameras.
But all the same, we're talking about a war in Europe.
Don't worry. That's why Mr. Bonaparte is with us. I am convinced we'll be perfectly capable of managing the conflict. And Senor Godoy is not a great soldier. He will not commit Spain to a long war that he won't be capable of managing.
I'll go straight away.
Thank you, my boy. And get some rest afterwards. Big day tomorrow.
Try to convince man we'll do it. Alright, I'm at the end of here. Could I kill a bird? Nah, I'm bugging. That's funny that I know how to do that. I can't even talk to you no more. Shh. Shut up. You don't say nothing. But we're gonna get up out of here. Until next time. I like this game.